Thanks for stopping by Shara Me with Books. My name is Edshara, and today I will be giving you my thoughts on Joseph by Shelia P. Moses. Now this is more of a rant video, so if you think you want to read this book or you may be interested in reading this book, I probably will be giving away a few spoilers, so I wouldn't watch this until you've read it if that is what you want to do. And if you choose to continue, well then let's get started. So I saw this book in my local library and I was a little bit curious because looking at the cover's a bit juvenile. So I was wondering why it was in the young adult section. So I picked it up, and I've never read anything by Shelia P. Moses, but I saw on the front here that she is a National Book Award finalist and a Coretta Scott King author honor recipient. So I figured she's got a couple of awards or nominations under her belt. Let's give it a try. So I read the synopsis, and this is about Joseph, who is a 15-year-old boy. He and his mother live in a homeless shelter because his mother is an addict and his father is away in Iraq because he's in the military. So I thought, okay, that sounds good. Sounds like something I'd be interested in. So let me just take it home and give it a chance. No. This book was bad, and I'm going to tell you why. Strike one. We have Joseph. Like I said, Joseph is supposed to be a 15-year-old boy, and he narrates the story, obviously. However, the writing style in this book is so simple that you would think that Joseph was much younger than 15, or that perhaps he is uneducated. And I think of it in the vein of, if you've ever read Room by Emma Donoghue, boy, I can't think of his name right now, but the boy in the book narrates it. And the narration is so simple. But you understand that because, one, if you know the synopsis of the story, the way that he and his mother have been living, and so he hasn't been to school, so you expect that kind of narration in that book. I did not expect that kind of narration in Joseph because the author tells us that everyone just about in Joseph's family is educated. Grandpa went to school and got a degree. His aunt has gone to school and got a degree. His mother went to school, got a degree. So why is this writing so simple that you would think that either Joseph is uneducated or that he's like 6 or 7? That was strike one. I didn't like that at all. But I figured, I got through it with Room and I ended up loving that book. So I figured I'll give this one a chance. Maybe I can power through it and it'll be a great story. No. Strike two. Joseph's dad. So Joseph's dad leaves mom and divorces her because he doesn't want to get arrested and potentially end up in prison. Because Joseph's mom, she's gotten caught for a couple of DUIs, driving his car, and she's had drugs in the car. So he leaves and he goes to another part of the state, North Carolina, if I haven't mentioned that already, and he joins the military. And at one point, the author does say that Joseph, his dad, fights for custody of him. But I could not wrap my mind around the fact that this character knew his child was in danger, and yet he left him anyway. I mean, most people, when they take the kid with them, or I'm sure, the evidence was stacked against mom. There was one point where she went to jail for 60 days and dad was still around. So you've got the fact that she's been to jail. She has been in and out of rehab. You've got all these things stacked against her. I couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that there wouldn't have been a judge that would not have given even temporary custody to the dad. So it didn't sit well with me that, this character would leave his son and go away knowing that his son was not in the best of care. And I just, that I would have rather Dad been absent than to know that he is supposedly a loving father, but I'm going to leave my child with an unhealthy woman, and so that I don't get in trouble, and then I'm going to join the military and go across the world basically, and leave him basically to fend for himself. I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. So then, but you know, again, I want to continue reading this. At this point, I'm not that far in the book. Overall, I only got 16 pages in the book before I quit it. That's the fastest I've ever DNF'd a book. And I didn't want to quit that early, so I kept going. But then strike 3 happened, and it dealt with Joseph's aunt. Again, this is an educated woman. She is a lawyer. She knows what's going on. She wants custody of Joseph, but obviously Mom doesn't want to give him up because she uses him to get government assistance. But the aunt knows these things. She knows that the mom has committed fraud to get this government assistance. She's used alias. She has lied and said that Joseph's dad is dead so that she can get government assistance. She has, again, she knows that Mom has been to rehab. She's been to jail. As a lawyer, I would think that she would have some sort of connections that she could use to get even, again, temporary custody of Joseph. And in the real world, I would hate for someone to use their power and authority to get what they want, just because they were told no. But in this situation, there's a child in danger. And I don't know, maybe I put too much into this. Maybe I was too, maybe I made this too literal instead of looking at it as just a work of fiction. I could not do it. It didn't make sense to me that all of these adults, knew these things. And his aunt even threatened to call social services on Joseph's mom. And social services has been called before, so there's all this evidence against this woman. And I know even in the real world it's not that easy to just take kids away from their parents, and I get that. I understand there's a process. I'm all for it, but I can't, it just didn't sit well with me to try to read this and to see this boy navigate this world where adults knew he was in trouble. They knew, and they kind of left him to his own devices. So after 16 pages, I had to quit because there was no way I could finish this book. And I don't even think 16 pages got me out of chapter 1. But yeah, I couldn't finish this book. So let me know your thoughts. If you've read this book, tell me what you think. We can disagree. If you liked it, that's fine. In the comments down below, your thoughts on this book. If if from what I told you, you want to give the book a chance. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, please feel free to follow me on Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll leave those links in the in the description box below. And until next time, guys, God bless. Bye.